Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk lumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk lumps.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those.
Excuse me, Mrs. Sprottle.
Afraid not. I've spoken. He was last seen heading towards the forest with one.
Time to get my claws out.
Revelio.
if we're talking beasts, it's the Niffler that's the real commodity. Surely you agree?
Show yourself!
I'll check your pockets after you're dead.
Protego! I am a stupid one.
You little coward!
Don't try that Expelliarmus nonsense on me.
Clever.
Incendio!
Betting on the Dragon Prize was the best decision I've... Running home! Marvelous strike!
Protego! Defender! Glacier! Confringo!
Avoiding our problem.
Stupefy! Expelliarmus!
What's that?
Glacier! Incendio! Protego!
Going to lose.
Incend... Defender! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Glacier! Glacier! Defender!
It's the student who released Treadwell.
Glacier!
You'll regret that.
Revelio! This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
If they come after me, they'll rest in 10 graves. When the clouds are dark is always the best time to strike. It's as if nature herself lends a veil beneath which to orchestrate one's treachery. Irondale's not half as tough as it sounds. What was that?
Your poaching days are over. Rona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more hawk lumps while I'm there. Better have a look around. See about the hawk lumps and the box of letters. Revelio. Incendio. That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Revelio. Revelio. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Incendio! Defendo! Glacius! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Defendo! Glacius! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Descendo! Arresto Momentum! Incendio! Protego! Defendo! Confringo! Glacius! Expelliarmus! Should think they felt that in London. Revelio. Revelio. Expelliarmus! Confringo! Revelio! Revelio! This must be Sorona's box of letters. I should take this box. I think that's everything. Sorona will be glad to have this back. Does it get any more speed? Hello, Sorona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the...
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle.
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter, especially when it comes to young people. We believe, to borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly...
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.